Hello and welcome to this video. My name is ActiQ, and this week's update to RuneScape was kind of a tweak update, and it was also a lot of the fixes for the legacy mode. But before we go to the legacy updates, let's talk about the boss timers and the kill counters. So a highly anticipated update was finally released to RuneScape, and now we have boss timers for all instanced bosses. And I think this is a prerequisite for making the boss timers into a seasonal high score. So this is really excellent. So all the instanced bosses have the boss timer, and those bosses that generally people go with multi have now limitations of up to how many people you can have in the instance and still count for the boss timer. So for example, if you go to Calfight King with more than 3 people, you won't have the boss timer, so you don't also get the possibility to compete in the high scores if you go there with more than 3 people. And the limitations are pretty much 1 for every boss, except for it's gonna be 2 for Araxor, 2 for Legions, and for Nex you can go there with 3 people. For Rise of the Six it's obviously 4. And for Vorago, you can go there with 7 people. And I believe that in the future they will add some seasonal high scores for the boss timers as well. They didn't actually say this in the news post, but I think this is the right direction. You will also now get a system message if you kill the boss faster than you have killed it previously. Jagex also is planning to add a kill counter interface that you can access, but they already started tracking the kill count for several Slayer targets, as well as several bosses. So if you want to rack up your kill counter, you can already go kill QBD etc, and it will count towards your kill counter that will be released to the game later on. If you want to check which monsters count for the kill counter, you can just simply click the news post link in the description of this video. But let's now go to the legacy mode tweaks that they have been doing. So sadly, they didn't really release all the information of all the hotfixes that they'd done to the legacy mode. So they released only a partial amount of the information, and they didn't tell anything about the DPS nerf that was obviously made to the legacy mode. But like I've said before in my previous video, they did nerf the DPS of the legacy mode by at least 10%, and I guess partially the reason why they didn't actually release this information is that they don't want people to panic out and sell their items or something like that, and obviously because they are still making fixes to the legacy mode DPS, so they don't want to release the full information on it yet. Not all the fixes were too remarkable in my opinion, so I will just leave the link to the description of this video for the patch notes and the news post, but I will go through the ones that I found interesting and kind of relevant for your gameplay. So God Wars and Dagannoth Kings are now finally rebalanced, and you can go there back. I suppose I haven't tested the bosses myself, but I believe that they are about the same as they were prior to Legacy Update. The ability called Flurry no longer deals magic damage when you have Korasi's sword equipped. The Amulet of Glory has been rebalanced, so the Amulet of Fury is again better than the Amulet of Glory. A lot of the information about life points and strength bonus have now been updated, and they no longer give references to the critical bonus or the wrong style of life points. So in the legacy mode you will have references to legacy mode type life points. Healing Aura no longer uses your special attack bar if you're using the legacy mode. The Staff of Light special attack no longer gives you Berserk effect when it runs out. And attempting to cast a spell with trained magic level no longer deselects the magic spell from your autocast spells. And finally, there were some ninja fixes, so active scrimshaws and auras now display on your buff panel when you're using the EOC mode. Seedicide was updated in many ways, so now you can put it to your pocket slot. You can also use the Seedicide as a convenience item for thieving, however you don't get any farming XP if you use the Seedicide while you are training thieving. The Seedicide will now convert seeds dropped by Jadinkos in Herblore habitat area, and the Seedicide no longer works from player's bank. The bats, scorpions, dust devils and smoke devils were graphically fixed, and finally you can use the quick chat now to display the amount of Slayer points that you have acquired. But I think that's it for this video, so it was a small tweak week to be honest, But if you like this video, please leave it a like and subscribe to my channel. You can also leave some comments to this video. But other than that, I thank you for watching this video and I will see you in the next one.